Welcome back to the Snapshot. We're coming right back at you with another top 5 NFL players video, this time highlighting the running backs. At 5, we got a man who led the league in rushing in 2021, and that's none other than the Colts' Jonathan Taylor. Taylor missed 6 games in 2022 due to an ankle injury and failed to even eclipse 1,000 yards, but that is by no means a knock on his talent. Even in his down year, he still averaged 4.5 yards a carry, just 4/10 shy of Raiders' Josh Jacobs, who led the league in rushing. Taylor runs with a rare combo of strength and speed as he's able to hit gaps fast and hard while also being able to break tackles and make defenders miss. He totaled 1,811 yards to lead the league in 2021 while also leading in touchdowns as well with 18. At 24 years of age, he's still relatively young for even running backs, and with the dynamic rookie QB Indy just drafted in Anthony Richardson and a solid offensive line, look for Taylor to break out once again. Coming in at 4, we have one of the most versatile backs in the league, Austin Ekeler of the Chargers. Ekeler not only carries the load in the run game, but LA utilizes him so well in the short passing game as well. He's led the league in total touchdowns scored the past 2 seasons, making him just one of 7 in NFL history to do so. He's also just one of 2 running backs to rush for 10 TDs and catch 5 in multiple seasons. He also led all running backs with 107 receptions in 2022, tying him for second all time in a single season. Ekeler rushed for near 1,000 yards a season ago, finishing with 915 while also rushing for 13 touchdowns, and he will be expected to carry the same load as the Chargers enter their first season with Kellen Moore as the OC. At 3, we got one of the toughest runners in the league, the Browns' Nick Chubb. Chubb has always been known for his hard-nosed run style going back to even his Georgia days, and that didn't change once he got to the NFL. He's an absolute freight train of a runner whose low center of gravity makes it tough for him to bring down. Chubb averaged 3.94 yards after contact, easily the most of any player since he came into the league in 2018. He also averages 5.2 yards per carry, second highest among running backs since 1966. At a position that takes so much punishment, Chubb showed off his durability as he started every game a year ago. He rushed for 1,525 yards to go with 12 TDs, and I think a full year with Deshaun Watson under center will help him and the Browns tremendously. At 2 comes a running back like none other, and one of the ones who laid the blueprint for versatile running backs, and that's Christian McCaffrey of the 49ers. McCaffrey has been known for his pass catching ability since his Stanford days, but it wasn't until he got to the NFL that people truly understood how special his skill set is. Back in 2019, when he was still in the Panthers, he led all running backs with 116 receptions, the most by any back in a single season, while also rushing and receiving for 1,000+ yards. McCaffrey was traded to the Niners in Week 8 when they had a 3-4 record, but after his addition, San Fran went 10-0 to close out the season, eventually losing to the Eagles in the NFC title game. McCaffrey finished the season with 1,139 rushing yards and 8 TDs to go along with 741 yards receiving and 5 TDs. With a full year in the Bay Area, expect C-Mac to go crazy. This was a closer pick than many of y'all might think, but this guy has been one of the top rushers, if not the top rusher for multiple seasons now, and it's why Derrick Henry of the Titans is still the #1 running back. A player has rushed for 1,500 or more yards and 10 TDs only 4 times since 2019, and 3 of them come from Henry. He became just the 8th person in NFL history to rush for 2,000 yards back in 2020 while also leading the league in rushing. After a down year in 2021 that was plagued with injuries and saw him rush for under 1,000 yards, Henry bounced back to rush for 1,538 yards and 13 TDs in 2022. At age 29, Henry is still one of the most feared running backs in the league and one of the hardest players to tackle, period. And while he's getting up there in age, there's still a reason why he's called King Henry.